Good morning, America. How are ya? Good morning, Africa. How are ya? Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good day, y'all. I'm back again to the same spot where you guys left, where we left off. The spot I'm in today is pretty much what I have always talked about, which is a solution to the problem of African descendants on how to be able to move from back to the now and to the future. Back from now and to the future. Back from now and to the future. How do we get there? I find out that the person who is going to have to take us from where we are currently at to the future, the person going to have to be solid. And that word solid was a word that was used by a fellow friend of mine who I would call him somebody who was in the same position where I was mentally, but choose to go and allow himself what you call self-medication. I personally had the same problem, but I refused to go. I was on the same trajectory, but I was able to cut it off at one point or the other. So he went in and then started doing self-medication. So in the long run, he's not able to differentiate between what you call the right and the wrong. So today's submission is going to be about how the person who is going to have to take us from where we are currently at, and when I say us, I'm talking about women and people of African descent, to the promised land. The person is going to have to be solid. Because if the person is not solid, the person can easily be rattled. You can rattle him or her, and then things will fall apart. This to say, let me quickly say this, that I'm saying what I'm going on the record to say that the person has to be solid, and the person has to believe in some kind of solidarity. And if the person is not solid, the person can be rattled. So, but before I quickly go into that, I'm gonna have to start cutting, having a little cut here, a little cut there, a little cut there. The little cut here I'm going to have is that I've listened to an online forum that is representing that wants to see a country like Nigeria works during their lifetime. What I find out about the situation that the person is talking about is that the person is not solid. I'm giving that one with all due respect. The person is not solid because the person is going through what you call the same old, where you are trying to solve a problem, but you are saying you want to do the right thing. But when something comes from the left, from the wrong thing comes into the play, you kind of smoothing it and then move on and say you want to still do the right thing. So you are not. You got to belong in or you got to belong out. And I believe that a lot of us are not going to be able to face the music of what one of the solutions that we have to our existence is the ability to one of the solutions we're going to have is that we're going to have to, we people inside Africa that have never had the opportunity of living that country because of the fact that they are just one of the 2 billion in Africa, inside Africa, a billion people inside the continent of Africa that has never left there. They just stayed at home there, making things work, but they are not able to make it work because the situation is grave. It's grave because why they are there and they are not able, the reason why they are not able to make it work is because of the fact that we were thrown under the bus a million years back. 30 billion light years ago, 30 trillion light years ago, a billion light years back, before human being become a human being. So the solution I said I'm propounding is that we're going to have to do what we call a way to have people who are inside Africa, that have never had the opportunity to live, but are living the life of lies, to say that we're going to have to go in partnership with those people who are inside America. I'm just going to say that. Inside the United States of America. Let me just say that. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. Inside the United States of America, there are about what I call, this country here has, give or take, about 12% of the population of the United States of America who are people of African descent, son, daughter, and child, are approximately 12%. So if they're going to have a way to be able to connect with people of African descent who are within the system, who have suffered the brunt of original sin of slavery. Because, as I said before, let me quickly backtrack and say that I believe the person we're going to have to do is going to have to be solid, because the person that did us in, whether the women, whether that did the women in, or that did the African American, the African in, they were not solid, but they were not liquid, they were gaseous. So for us to be able to get there, the person has to be solid. And when I mean solid, the person is going to have to be a free thinker from the far right or the far left, but the person has to be solid. And I'm saying that with all due respect. I happen to have fit that category of solidness. I'm solid. That's the title of this novel, of this summation today. We're going to have to say the person is going to have to be solid. Number one, solid. And by being solid, you're going to have to have you shouldn't be rattled. Because all my life, irrespective of the fact that I did not have my father, I lost my dad when I was young, and my mom had to change from being a stay-at-home mom to become what you call the breadwinner. And there was a little bit of a struggle there that I watched very carefully. And I participated in it. As I was trying to participate in it, she was of the opinion that don't participate, go in and follow the route, the roadmap that other people have followed, so that when the same problem that she's having comes up, I'll be able to address it. I was hesitant and I was very uncooperative. But what I ended up getting done is that I was now told to go and stay with the sister, because those are the people that she grew up with that I didn't know they would take care of me. And those people did. But I did not waste my time there, and I kept running back home until such a time when I started becoming my own, I'm becoming what you call a husband to my mother. That's not funny when you say that. So what I did there was not becoming a husband. Let me quickly say that as I become a husband, then she I had to go in and take care of the bigger wall that she recommended. The reason why I did not go with her from the very beginning was because I was feeling that, hey, don't give me that. I don't believe in what you're saying. And on the long run, I had to go back and go do what she said I was going to do. That was when I went in. For example, I've always tell people, I said, okay, guys, I don't know how old I am. But if my sister in front of me is telling me that she's certain age, I cannot be older than my sister. I'm not saying that my dad did not put the age in there, but I did not have enough stability to be able to go and fetch that age, my what I call my age, my birth certificate. So I went up, going to school, and put my hand across my ear, which I said it was something that is make the advancement of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics at the continental level of Africa. That's how advanced the place was. There were many things like that was even instituted through what you call it was instituted through what you call in Egypt. We have our own science. We have Ogun,